Oh, welcome, gorgeous beings of light. This is Almara. Coming to you again from the Narrawani rock pools with a lot of smoke in the area as well. It's such a different dimension to it all. Okay, so let's just take a big, long, slow, deep breath in. Let it out with some sound, and we're going to do that a few times. And I want to have a chat to you about just about the end of this awesome decade, 2019. We're a couple of days away from Christmas. We've had a 12-12-12 gateway and 9 days of intense energies flowing in after that, and we've just had an extraordinary solstice. It's a summer solstice here in Australia, but a winter solstice overseas. And we've now a couple of days out from Christmas with all the Christmas energies and all the stuff that's going on with that. And so I'm just going to call forth pure God Source and the Seraphim and Cherubim Angels, Jesus Christ, Mother Mary, Mary Magdalene, and all of our highest spiritual healing teachers, guides and angels. And I'd like to also call forth the Arcturians, the Lyrans and the Syrians. And I just want to do a short blast of energy for Christmas. And then I'll tell you about some goodies we've got coming up in 2020. So I'm just going to awaken and activate the most benevolent, ancient Syrian healing codes and templates for infinite wealth, vibrant good health, a strong and powerful body, and unconditional love, light, joy and bliss in our lives now. Gosh, that energy is lovely. So I'm sorry I didn't do an end of... we completed our 22 days of pure source activations and blessings yesterday, and I didn't come down and do a recording for it, mostly because I was doing... We've had fires right on our doorstep, and they were really bad on Saturday, and the RFS, Rural Fire Service, sent through 2 texts, text warnings to my phone, and my phone's a Victorian phone, so that was just really interesting. And you could just, the fear was so palpable, I can't, and there was just, anyway, I meditated to try and dissolve some of that fear, because I really believe it's that fear. I must have heard the word catastrophic fire conditions on Friday night like 1,000 times, and that's a lot of it is scaring the pants off people, and the same with when the first RFS warning came through about ember strikes and to be careful and blah blah blah, all the people were out on the street. I just continued to meditate. And then with the next RFS, they're saying take cover, the fires are near, blah blah, it's too late to leave. Well, cars took off down the street, and like it's just, and then nothing happened. I mean, lots of fires happened, but it didn't come near, and it even ended up, it wasn't even forecasted that some rain came and helped with those as well. So I just want to say to you that when these big events are happening, sometimes the energy that you're connecting into is the fear of everybody, and then it's that fear that continues to create havoc. I remember about a year or two ago, I was down in Balan in Victoria, and they were hamming up on the radio that we were going to get, every person was talking about it, and that it was forward forecasting it, that they hadn't had rain for ages, and they were forecasting then that it was going to rain. They were going to get somewhere between 50 and 80 mils of water. There was going to be this mass flooding, and people would get stuck in between towns, and the radio jumped on board with it, the TV jumped on board with it. Farmers went and dug up all their potatoes early, and they just went on and on and on about this massive rain cell or whatever they called it. And I just tuned in and went, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. We're going to get a few inches of rain, which is, equivalent to about 50 mils here in Australia. They call them mils. But it's not going to be terrible. And I started telling people there how to put protection up just in case there was. And nothing happened. We got maybe some places got 3 or 4 inches, which is 100 mils. By no means is that dire straits going to flood you out and wash your houses away kind of thing. But that's what they kept predicting. And it just didn't happen. And so if you're spiritual, please, can you tune in and can you ask? All of us have known people that have been in the middle of fire and their house is safe. Excellent testimonial from Anya on my website about that. But there's just been other people when I've been in, hailstorms, huge hailstorms, the size of a softball, and the home I was in wasn't damaged, but everybody else's around it was. So please, if you're spiritual, can you please tune in and then just ask for protection and use fifth dimensional gold light energy to completely seal up your home and your property, and I promise you that you will be safe. And you've got to know how to do that, so don't try and blum and sue me if something happens and you've done that. If you don't, if you need to know how to do that, find out, book an appointment and I'll show you how to do that. But there was people in Canberra where the fires, they put a circle of light around, and the fire actually burned up and around in a circle around their property. It stopped at the circle of light. And so if you're a spiritual person, can you please tune in, ask your higher guidance, your galactic friends, and all the spiritual angels, etc., to help you so that you can just just try and dissipate some of the fear that goes on. Because when you contribute to the fear, that's what causes all of the problems, everybody. So that's just a warning. We've got fires all over Australia. It's not really safe here at the moment. So, but it is safe if you're protected by your fifth dimensional energy. So, sorry, a car's just pulled up next to me. I'm waiting for them to leave, and they just have. Oh no, maybe not. They've backed in and out 3 or 4 times. So, the other thing I wanted to mention too is we've just completed 22 days. I did a free 22 days of pure source activations and blessings, and I've just been guided by Spirit because it's a new century, a new decade. We're going to do it again from the 1st of January to the 22nd of January. So we're going to do another 22 days of pure source activation and blessings. If you are booked into the Gaia 1 temple already, and you don't wish to receive the January ones, you will need to take yourself out of the temple to do that. Those of you who are new listening to this for the first time and you would like to participate, I'll have the details down below this video where you can go to a Facebook group and join Gaia 1 Temple, 1 Earth, 1 People, 1 Love, or apply to join. You must answer the 3 questions. If you don't answer them, we cannot put you in the group. If you try to answer them and try to submit them and they don't submit, it'll just be because someone else is trying to submit them at the same time. Please come back and do that again and we will add you to the group. What else did I want to tell you? Okay, I'm going to work with just a few people next year, and I'm going to do a 10-month Eternal Source Power program. It's a 10-month. You will get 3 appointments, 3 one-on-one spiritual life coaching appointments with me. And anything that, if you go to my website and under 1 year full immersion program, you will see all the things that I can teach you in. So we can tailor the program to your needs, or we can teach you how to do all of the healing and activations. Fifth dimensional healing, we'll teach you how to be a fifth dimensional healer, teach you how to do fifth dimensional protection, but we're also going to teach a lot of the galactic stuff. So how to connect to your starseed planet, how to activate your starseed gifts, talents and abilities, how to activate your purpose. So I have just 2 of those left, just 2 Eternal Source Power year-long programs working with me all year to activate your own divine essence, your own purpose, your own spiritual and galactic connections. So if you'd like to know more about that, can you please complete the contact form on my website, www.elmaraseraphin.com, and just tell us why you would like to work with me. And if your why is big enough, and if Spirit goes, yay, we will, and make sure you leave a contact phone number. And that doesn't matter if you're in USA, England, New Zealand, just make sure you leave your full country code, area code, contact phone number. Doesn't matter if it's a mobile as well, and I will give you a call back and we will set up an appointment time. If you've got an email, that would be great as well. So, well, I'll get your email address if you complete that form. We'll email you back, set up an appointment time, have a chat, and see if this is the right next step for you. It will be intensive, but you get a bit of a break. We do 3 appointments a month for the first 3 weeks, and then you get the rest of the week, the rest of the month off to be able to integrate what it is that you've learnt and put it into practice, come back and do some more. So it includes lots of divine activations, lots of divine transmissions. It includes the 24 hours a day, 7 days a week divine soul support that is offered with all of my programs. That starts from the moment you pay. And if you get in before the 1st of January, there's a wonderful 10% discount that applies as well. So if you'd like to be part of that, please contact us. And then we'll probably do a couple of just tailored spiritual life coaching sessions for healings, etc., etc. So, but I haven't got those details up on the website yet, but I will let you know as soon as possible. So, but if you'd like to work with me in 2020, I'll probably only work with 10 people maximum all year. So if you'd like to be one of those people, then please do contact me, and we have a few spots left available, as I've said. So, alrighty. What else would I want to tell you? Anyway, we're going to do the free activations in January. And if you've got any questions or would like to do any healing work with me, then you can write to me again through my website, www.elmaraseraphin.com. And the last thing I want to talk about is the holidays. Whether you're a Christian and you celebrate Christmas, or whether you're just celebrating some kind of holiday season, most people do at this time of the year. And I would like to just wish everybody a wonderful Christmas or holiday session, and may it be merry and filled with lots of love, light, joy and bliss. And may 2020, may you be healthy and wealthy and happy in 2020. So, and I hope you have a lovely time with your loved ones. I know for some people it's not always a wonderful time. Sometimes it can be a bit hairy for some people. But if you just remember to breathe, and if you just remember that whatever's coming up, if you use that as a sign to go deeper into your light, because that's what it is. Anything, you are either an all-powerful, all-creative being who creates their own reality, or you're a victim, but you can't be both. And so if you're an all-powerful, all-creative being who creates their own reality, which I believe we all are, then whatever's coming up in your family stuff, just ask, where is that in me, or where can I transmute? Use it as a doorway. Your stuff is not coming up for you to go digging around and playing in it. Your stuff is coming up to go, hey, this little bit here is where you're not fully connected to your divine I Am presence. And if you begin to breathe into that, what I like to teach people to do is, say you've got a really sore leg, it's the knee, say your knee is playing up. Then if you just, and it's sore and it's hurting, if you just breathe into that knee and just keep breathing into it, and breathe into the darkness, don't run away from it, just breathe into it and look for the light within it. And even if it's really, really painful, you will begin, if you keep breathing, you'll see a speck of light. And then just imagine that speck of light. As you keep breathing into it, the speck of light will get bigger anyway because you're transmuting the darkness to light. But you can also just imagine that there, and just keep breathing into it, and it will, until it all expands to light. But the other thing you can do is just, if you've got painful knees, imagine you're standing on the dark side of a door that has a bright light on the other side of it. So you know when you have a light on the other side of a door, has light all around the edges? Well, that's what you would be. You'd be here in, like, so you're in the darkness of your knee, and on the other side there's light. And you can imagine that you're going to step up to that doorway, open it, which then floods you with light, step in and close that door, and then just breathe that light into your knees until it transmutes. That's another way to do it as well. And that doesn't matter if it's a sore knee, or whether it's an emotional stuff, or whether it's anger or rage or frustration or whatever coming up. If you use that technique, it will work immensely for you. Alrighty, that's my lot. Merry Christmas all. Love, love, love. Namaste, and bye for now.